everyone, it's Jasmine. Today I wanted to do kind of a first of hopefully like a series on Instagram. It is lives with me on Sundays at 11, so that way a bunch of people from different time zones can at least watch and hopefully be a part of it. So I had one question asked me yesterday that I wanted to answer, and it was, how do you deal with, your anxiety when your partner is so far away from you? So as someone that used to have really bad anxiety, like I was on medication for it, and I was also like clinically depressed in college and all this stuff. So as someone who has gone through anxiety and depression, I really wanted to answer that question for her because, yeah, it's tough. But what I've learned when it comes to handling anxiety and depression is that you have to figure out your own thoughts first before you can try to push those onto someone else. So if I have this one thought that's making me very anxious, like worrying about the future in general, or like for me, since I'm closing the distance soon, it's more of like figuring out a job, work, life. We have an apartment, so that's good, but it's all those stressors and anxieties, and those situations a lot of times I'm thinking about as soon as I go to sleep, and Tuomas isn't there, and there's nothing he can do about it because he's not there, and I don't want to wake him up at 1 in the morning every day. So what I do is I realize that there's things I can't control, and I have to let them go. And when I know that sounds like easy just to say, oh, just let go of those thoughts, but it's not. You have to really figure out what's the root. So for me, it's like worrying about the future again. It's just taking that time and be present in the moment, like, hey, it's okay, because that stuff will sort itself out then. And if it doesn't sort itself out, then we'll worry about that then. And another thing you can do, like, for anxiety in general, is like just to get out and move around. Like, it helps you just to walk through nature and just get it out of your own thoughts and out of your head and stuff like that. So again, like, anxiety, it's hard, especially in long distance relationships. You want your partner to be there for you. You want them to help you and understand like everything you're going through, but a part of a long distance relationship is knowing what you can do for yourself and how to help yourself when no one is around. Like, I was talking to someone the other day how I think like long distance relationships are the definition of like what it means to be a power couple. It's y'all are both doing your own thing, and then you come together to help each other and lift each other up. So you're striving for your own goals on your own time, but then the times y'all are together, you meet in and you're like, hey, this is what I'm going through right now. Like, what do you think I should do? How do you think I should go through this? Like, I'm going through a lot of stress with someone that I help out, an elderly gentleman that I help out on the weekends. And it's really frustrating because he's getting to like end stage dementia and needs more and more assistance. And it's frustrating because you want to help him, but when you're at that end stage dementia, it's hard to help people in the way that makes sense. You have to like a lot of times trick them into it. So a lot of times when I'm leaving there, I'll get on the phone with Tuomas and I'm just so upset, so drained, so just I don't know what to do, and it makes me very anxious. So when I'm in that situation, I just tell him like, hey, I'm anxious, I'm stressing out, like, help me out of this. And, you know, because we're so far along in our relationship, we have talked about different strategies each other needs for when we're stressed out and not feeling our best. So he does those strategies for me. And for me, I just want him to ask me, am I good? If I'm not, like, what can he do for me to be good? And if I say nothing, then he's cool with just sitting on the call while I figure out my own emotions and process it. Again, like I was saying before, when it comes to anxiety, a lot of times it's processing your own emotions first before you can explain them to other people and have them understand. It is so hot outside. It's like 90 degrees. Tuomas and I usually visit each other once a year because he's still in school or he's finishing up his master's right now, and financially he isn't able to visit more, and I work in healthcare, and when I go to see him I normally go for a month, and I can really only do that once a year because I got to get back to my patients and all that good stuff. But this year we haven't been able to see each other. I was supposed to go out in April, but COVID, and then I'm moving out there in November, because Finland allows you to get married and everything, so I'm moving out there in November, and we're getting married in February. But I think it really just all depends on people's financial situations. Like, if you can financially afford to see each other multiple times a year, or find a meetup spot in between, then yeah, totally. Like, but I would say, in my mind, the most important part of a meetup is the length that you meet them for. Not really how many times, but like, when you're with someone for a longer period of time, you understand more about them. You see their little habits that you wouldn't see during a short meetup. Yeah, November is when I officially close the distance. It's been a fun year. I got my wedding dress, got my wedding cape. It sounds so weird to say a cape, but it's a cape. But yeah, so the last time he was out here, he stayed for 2 months, and it was really good that he stayed out. So one big way to like show love in an LDR is honestly like through communication and the love languages. We are huge about the love languages because it makes so much sense, and the love languages are more than just that. It's how you show gratitude. That's what the love languages are. It's showing how much you appreciate your partner through ways that they just understand, and they understand it those ways just because of their life and everything leading up to those points. Like for me, my love language is quality time, physical touch. Like, I literally scored the exact same in those two, so that's why I have 2. The physical touch part is hard, especially, you know, virtually. But we do it through video calls. I have one of his t-shirts, and you know, even like when we argue, then that's when the love language really comes into play, because I need to be on the phone. If I'm like really upset with something, then I need to talk to him about it. Some other like ways to show love in a long distance relationship is to just be there for people. You know, it's that little bit throughout the day, just like a good morning text, a good night text, just sending me a funny meme. Baby Yoda memes are always appreciated. You know, when you get stuff like that, it shows that like your partner is thinking of you even though they're not around. So I think I'm gonna end it there. So thanks to everyone that came out to support. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm hoping that these are gonna be a regular Sunday occurrence at 11 Eastern time. So until next week. See y'all later. Bye.